everybody, this is a replay of a game that ShellSp0nge and I played last night on my stream. We platooned together for a few games, and the first tank that Shello took out was the AE Phase 1, which is the reward tank for making it through to stage 10 of the current front lines. It's an American Tier 9 heavy. If we have a look at it, you can see that it's got pretty much the shape of the turret. I think it's on the Tier 10 Clan Wars reward tank, the T95 E1, not the Chieftain, the T95 E1. No big cupola on the top of it, but you'll notice it's got two tracks on each side. The unfortunate thing about it is if one of them gets blown up, you're stopped. There's no redundancy in the tracks at all, so yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. It does, however, carry an inbuilt large repair kit, so you're basically never having to fork out for a repair kit again because it's inbuilt into the tank. Basically it self-replenishes at the end of the game and it doesn't cost you anything, so interesting. I guess it I don't know whether it still gives you the 3 slots as opposed to or along with the inbuilt repair kit, but if it does, that means you could carry another repair kit, I guess, a first aid kit, and either a premier consumable or a fire extinguisher. So it would make you pretty much invulnerable on the battlefield if you could have 2 repair kits to your use and not lose any other consumable. But yeah, I don't know whether that's the case. I forgot to ask Shell on that. Anyhow, without further ado, we'll kick off. I play a bit of a role in this game, but this is all about Shell really. So let's get into it. So we're on steps, and we're talking about where we're going to go, and we decide to head out to the 90 line, and because we can get hull down there, and this is Shell's first game in it. He as a community contributor, he got it for, I think he's got it on rental for, loan rental for, time to roll out. Pardon me, 2 weeks. So he's going to play a bit with it and work out whether it's a good tank or not. It looks like a pretty good tank, and he turned out a fairly good game here, so yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on it. I don't intend to give you a stats rundown as Quickie Baby would. It's not what I do. I just have a look at these replays. If I'm in them, good, but if I'm not, then just have a look at them, give my commentary on them, and that's me rushing off ahead in the T10. T10's a bit faster than this thing, but the T10 is a fast tank, so I don't think this is by any means a slow tank. It's getting along at 35 kilometers an hour, so that's not bad for a Tier 9 heavy. The T10 is a super quick tank, so for a heavy it's probably got more medium speed than it has heavy speed. But anyhow, we're now on the first corner. We're hull down, and Shell decides, no, screw this, nothing's coming around the corner, so we're going to go up and meet them. So I decided to follow him up here and give him support. Basically, the game I'm going to play is I'm going to try and be basically his backstop in this game to see if we can put this tank to the test. And, so you can see I'm heading up there to try and head off anything coming around the corner that might sneak up on him from behind. I hit the SOS button a couple of times, the help button, to try and get some people behind us to come up with us, so it wasn't necessarily asking for Shell to come up with us, but Shell's going to pop out here, take a shot, and it bounces, but he gets tracked by the Batchat 25 AP that's already put 3 shots into me. He goes out and he puts another 1 into me, So that's 5 shots, and then he's just fired a 6th shot at Shell. I'm not quite sure how many shells are in the clip of a Batchat 25 AP, but I thought it was only 4 or 5. But I think he's just fired 6 there. I could be wrong, but pardon me. Anyhow, on with the show.
Penetration!
Got a bit of a high impact gun, this baby. It's packs a bit of a punch. Shell's using the ridges and using the ridge lines almost perfectly here, so he's got the hang of this tank already, I think. Currently 1-1. Scorpion's gone down on the other team, and we've lost the standard B already, which is a bit of a handy tank to keep around for as long as possible, but wasn't to be, unfortunately.
We've damaged them.
Shell's putting some hurting on this STA1, which is, I think, Tomahawk. Is that right? Is that Tomahawk? Just trying to find it at the moment. Oh no, it's Sandwich from Pabcag. There is a 1AR guy on the other side here. It's Gunner Ace. He's going to play a bit of a major role in this game very shortly. I've still got Shell's back here. I mean, I got pretty much clipped out by the Batchat 25 AP, finding my soft lower plate, which kind of really knocked me around. That was a big hit from the Waffenträger and into the side of Shell's tank. But he got one back. Here comes the Batchat 25 AP. Shell whacks one into him. He takes out the UDES. I'm trying to get over the hill to try and save Shell from this, but unfortunately I didn't. But here comes Gunner Ace, and here comes me to put an end to Gunner Ace. I'd lost almost all my hit points anyway, and I thought, well, I just said to Shell on the stream, don't worry, I'm coming to save you. And yeah, I ended up colliding with the dude and taking him out and taking me out as well, but at least it kept Shell's tank in the game for a little while longer. And you'll see that I think it was the right decision in the long run, because Shell put in a fantastic game in this tank. These tracks look mighty loose on the on each side, by the way. Maybe it's just a graphical thing. Can't imagine how intricate the gearings would have been on the inside of this tank. Having to drive 2 drive wheels, one at each end, for 2 separate tracks. It would almost have to be that there'd have to be 2 separate engines, maybe. Maybe not.
Enemy is hit.
Maybe a decent torque splitter would do it. This is where you see the armour on this thing coming into play. It's got quite effective armour. Shell's using it very effectively. You notice he's never took any. Oh, there you go. It does have. Look at that. It does have 3 consumable slots as well as the 4th one. So he's able to take 2 the internal repair kit, another repair kit, a first aid kit, and premium consumables. So, but you'll notice that he hasn't got any premium ammo stacked in this thing. So he's is I just moved into the first camera angle because the way the camera angle was, you were behind a bush, which wasn't good viewing. But yeah, you'll notice that he's got the three consumables and the self-replenishing, always replenished free big repair kit. So we now have some people going on in chat, and surprise, surprise, it's Dan Newcomb talking about a Muppet team and yeah.
We've damaged them.
Massive punch this thing packs. I'm really I mean, I suppose it's about the same as, maybe a little bit more than the Conqueror, but either way, it's doesn't seem to be a bad tank at all.
Enemy hit.
Shell's opted for the HE option for the T-34, and I think he gives the T-34 an idea, because I was on Shell's shoulder here watching him now, and the T-34 responds in kind at the moment. Pardon me, sorry, I got a bit of a croaky throat this morning. There it is. Anyhow, Shell's spider senses are tingling. He was saying, I've got a feeling there's a TD coming up behind me, and sure enough, he was right. And this shows the armour of this tank. It bounced the WT. Now the WT's got a massively long reload, and Shello really could have killed this tank. He got some assistance from the audience, but if that shot had gone in, he would have killed him. But you know, it's the way it is. He got help from someone behind him, which was good. It must have been the, I don't know what it was. Must have been the Lanson that killed the Lanson or Larson, Lanson that killed the WT. And Shello's spider sensors were tingling really badly because he come down looking for that second TD. He got a bit of a surprise. I remember him saying, "Oh, you know, wow," but he got a bit of a surprise out of that one. So the other Scorpion just took out the T-34, and now there's a hunt on for a lonely old, I think it's an FB4202, yes, an FB4202, and I think from memory you get to see how accurate this gun is from long range as well. Let's just say that Shell used his hit points effectively. He's down to 60 hit points, which, as Stewy says, is 59 more than you need. But well, technically I said that first, but Stewy's picked it up as his catch cry, so I'll let him have it. But these Dan Newcomb and this Drifter guy end up talking about blacklisting one another initially. Now they're behaving like long lost buddies in chat, but anyhow, just ignore them. Quite an accurate gun over distance. Quite a fast reload too. And he got him. And that's it. That's his game. Let's have a look at the end plates. So, what did he get? He got 4,537 XP, 2 kills, he blocked 2,360 and 742 spotting damage. Mastery 1, Hand of God, Fire for Effect, Shell Proof, Spartan, steel wall, and high caliber. The team score topped on damage, topped on XP, yeah, just about topped on everything really, basically. Top number of kills equal top number of kills with a few others. Detailed report, he made 19,291 after tax. You notice that he's only got one consumable resupply. I'm not quite sure what he used, but he's clearly not buying his consumables when they're on special. So yeah, fired 20 shots, 18 hit, 12 penned, 2,360 damage blocked by armor, 4,537 dished out, and damage with assistance, or his assistance, is 742. Enemy's vehicle damaged or destroyed, 7 damaged and 2 destroyed. So good game by Shello. Good game indeed by Shello. Alright, well, that's the M plates, and look, thanks very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This is the AE1, AE Phase 1 it's called. It's an American Tier 9 Heavy, and it's the reward tank for reaching level 10 in Frontlines, the current Frontlines campaign going. So if you fancy it and you've made a bit of headway on Frontlines, get into it, and yeah, good luck. Hope you get it. Alright, thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.